First, I just want to say very quickly, the time is kind of hard and difficult to answer, especially a long question, but there's a lot of stuff up here that has been said about the rule that we talked about in the first part that I didn't heard. It's brand new information to me. And we can all give innuendos and how someone said this without validating, but I think that's a disservice to citizens as well. But speaking about this is another a myth issue that I think was brought up to get the public alarmed and outraged. No, I did not support development on the town commons. We have a master plan. As a member of the redevelopment commission, I worked with the First Street master plan. It talked about development on the adjacent side of the street. So I did not support hotel being built on town commons.
The town common has sort of been a line in the sand for me, along with Bradford Creek, our public golf course, which also came under threat, which I stood up for and supported. I've also stood up for and supported keeping our town common as a public open park. It belongs to the people. It should not be subject to sale, lease, and large private development. I've heard as much as a third of the town common could be used for private development under some plans. I oppose these plans and will continue to oppose these plans. We do need to nurture our park, however. We can't just say there's nothing there or we'll never get the master plan completed. It is useless to criticize the state of the park if we're not willing to fund improvements to it. The thinking has been up to now, well, we'll never be able to afford the $1 million master plan, so we're just going to lease it out. We're going to sell it. We're going to sell this end or that end so we can afford to fund the master park plan. That's ridiculous. Instead of worrying about a $17 million master plan, I would like for us to focus instead on a $17 picnic table, a $700 shaded area, or a $7,000 pier repair or upgrade. And I, along with Councilmember Mercer, proposed this kind of minor improvement for the town common, but did not receive support on council for doing so. In summary, I could not support large-scale private development of the town common, which, although there are some ideas about using it for retail, shopping, condos, and parking lots, I could not support that, and will continue to fight for the town common.
I support that there is a town common master plan, which is I think less than 3 years old, which had broad public input, and that's the way you need to address a big initiative like what you're going to do on the town commons. I support that master plan. It does call for what Marion called minor improvements, and I support that. And in that master plan, they specifically address the issue of a hotel and residential on the town common. And out of that process, specifically, this the stakeholders group and coming out of that said that the master plan should not have a hotel and town common. So my approach is, to government is to get broad public input, try to build consensus, and to not in any sense try to ram things through. So in this case, I support a plan that had broad public input and that actually makes sense to me, and that's what I would support in terms of the town common. In terms of development along the river to the east, I think I wouldn't just limit that to east, west. I think a hotel is coming to the urban core area of Greenville. And when the market is right, the hotel will come, and if we do our job at the council, that hotel will be placed in a situation that fits into our plans. Thank you.
In 2009, a study was done. I think that's what Calvin was just referring to, and that's the study that I support. Also, it does modify the town common a little bit, but in a positive way, adding canoe and kayak access as well as boating, and possibly some public bathrooms and more landscaping and changing or upgrading, I guess, the pavilion, and also recognizing some of the historical issues of that community. So it's a positive thing. I'd like to see us implement the plan, any plan that we've already made versus more study of any other of an item such as a town common. So I'm supportive of that 2009 plan that the citizens were involved in.